Hey, this is Louis D. Fresh, bringing it to you on a Friday morning. I hope you're doing well. Today, what we're going to be talking about on your YouTube channel, on the college portion of your YouTube channel, is we're going to be talking again about these summer programs that I think are so important. I know there's debate, say whether they are valuable in terms of your college application or not. I tend to think they are because you actually are doing something over the summer. I mean, yes, you can work and all that. All that is valuable. But the fact that they see you trying to improve intellectually, socially, responsibly with these programs, I think is gold. So this is why I harp on them, and I'm going to talk about them today. And I'm going to talk about it next time. We're going to do back-to-back summer programs. This is in person, and the next one is going to be, I can't tell you, so you have to check it out next week. So we're going to do back-to-back, and I'm going to show you how I kind of go about doing this. This is my work computer, and these are like work emails, and you see here that I've saved some of them because I get really good ideas. And this is the one we're going to talk about right here, this one. And the reason I'm showing that to you is because now we're going to go to my personal computer. What I think you really should do, because I just happen to have a work computer and a personal computer. You don't necessarily need two computers, but what you do need is I think you need a separate email. You need a separate email where you can do all your college stuff. I've harped on that in the past, and I'm going to harp on it again because I think it's important to kind of differentiate the two. So I highly encourage you to have a separate email, a professional type email for your college materials. So now we're on my personal email, and I forwarded this to my personal email. And I wanted to show you that what we're going to be talking about today is this. Washington University in St. Louis. The reason it's caught my attention is because several years back, I had the privilege of visiting this school. And when you're looking at schools, start to Google and figure out, well, is there a shorter way of saying this? And there is. In this particular case, they lovingly call themselves Wash U. Just like that, Wash U. So when you're looking for things, it's good to start looking at what it is that their abbreviation is. So this is Wash U. And I wanted to show you, as I'll go back to my little PowerPoint slide in a minute, in my Canvas slides in a minute, is I want to show you they have different, and I mentioned this in my last video, and I'm going to mention it again probably next time, is that anything that's hyperlinked like this takes you right to where you need to go to in terms of the website. So here we have a specifically business. And I want to go back to deadlines in a second. Art and sciences. You see hyperlinks, so take you right to that. And that takes you here also the School of Design and Visual Arts. And you see things are hyperlinked. And this is the page we're going to go visit in a minute or two. I want to go back here. I really emphasized before about deadlines, and I'm emphasizing them again. Look here. Today is March 8th, 2024. And this says March 10th, 2024. This is why I harp on these things called deadlines. Deadlines are really there. There's an expression called a hard deadline. This is a hard deadline. You really, really, really need to pay attention to it. You also really need to pay attention, as I mentioned before, and I'll mention on my little Canvas slides in a second, what dates we're talking about. Because your parents may go, well, that's when we're going on vacation. Same thing here. Look at the deadline. Look at the dates when they are taking place. Same thing with this program, the School of Visual Arts and Design, the deadline March 30th, and then you see when it is that these things are taking place. These are very, very important because you need to kind of line yourself up and see when do I need to apply by, and that is the general summer program page. To be honest with you, I forgot to save this because this is actually what Canva looks like in case you ever decide to do Canva. So I might as well show it to you. I do little graphic thing, photos, how to look up things. It's really quite good. You can share, which also gives you the idea of saving it. You see here my little face there. That's actually on my business card for social media. This is how I do it. And what I'm doing is I just literally modified the other one because something I learned about 10 years being a classroom teacher. There's a few things I've learned, but one of the things I definitely learned is repetition. Even as a supervisor, as a school counseling supervisor, I repeat myself over and over every month. I know a couple of my counselors go, like, why do you keep doing that? It's because it's important that you just kind of harp on it, and it really kind of it settles in. Same thing like what basketball players, as an example, because I know March Madness is coming up in the basketball world. These basketball players that you see is like hitting these shots and hitting free throws and hitting 3-pointers. They spend hours taking the same shot. Same thing what we're doing here. I thought instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, I'm going to repeat myself, because I want you to take that same shot and really learn what it is that you should be looking for. And I'm actually going to save this on my desktop here, my personal computer, because I'm definitely going to say it again next week, because it's important. It really is, to really kind of harp on what it is that you should be looking for in a summer program. So, as I was saying, we're going to look at Washington University in St. Louis, because there is a University of Washington in Seattle. There is a George Washington University in Washington, D.C., so you need to be very specific in what you're looking for. Even though abbreviations are important, it really is important to know what the full name of the school is. And we're talking about 2024. I don't know what year you're watching this, so whatever that year is, 2034, 2044, 2054, make sure you make your modifications accordingly. And there may be a different thing other than Google, so you may want to use whatever it is the local search engine is of the day. So there we have the whole thing here of, the thing about, studying for the summer. The city of St. Louis, that is the famous arch there in St. Louis that kind of divides the east and the west in the United States. That's kind of a little fun fact there about the United States. And so I go here, and what are we looking for? Same thing, and I'm going to probably say it again. I know I will say it next week. What kind of subject matter do you want to explore? Remember, this is your summer. It is not meant to, oh man, I'm going to be bored out of my mind. No, you want to look for subjects that interest you, that get you excited to get up in the morning. Where is your summer program? Where in the world is it? You may decide, because again, I know I do have a lot of, and I say it humbly, subscribers in different parts of the world. Where is it that you would want to be for the summer to study that subject matter? When is the summer programs, which I just showed you 2 seconds ago? It's important to understand, because you may say, well, I want to do it this time. For summer programs, most of you guys are minors. And so it really kind of depends on your mom, dad, guardian, grandmother, grandfather. Talk to them. Say, hey, I'm interested in exploring this subject. I'm like to go here. I would like to do it around this time. And I would also know it may cost a certain amount of money. You need to communicate, because if you don't communicate, your parents don't know what it is that you're thinking about doing for the summer. And this is why it's really important, again, putting on my teacher hat, to repeat myself, because you really need to really get your ducks in a row the way I'm doing here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I go here, I go at 5. When are these deadlines? As I just showed you, you need to know when these deadlines are. They are hard deadlines. So for example, March 10th. You notice today I said it's Friday. March 10th is a Sunday. So what if I apply on Monday, March 11th? No, you're late. This is why I'm telling you that, because that's one of the things they're trying to kind of decipher. Are you meeting these deadlines? Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Look for videos, testimonials, which I'm going to do right now before I go onto the actual website for WashU. Look for videos, testimonials, contact person, email list for more information. Yes, I may be presenting this saying yes. You may say, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. But you need to kind of learn more and find out more. Find a contact person. Look what's available. Look at these videos. Find more information and see what kind of financial aid is available, which I'm going to briefly show you towards the end of this video. And that is really, I guess, I don't know. I think it's important that you put those ducks in a row. If you need to actually write them down, again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, here, again, this is the teacher in me, and I'm going to repeat this next week, 5, 6, 7. Get those ducks in a row, put them in there. What are we looking for? We find testimonials, we find financial aid, we find deadlines. Did we find everything that we're looking for? And then we will present this to mom and dad. I stopped the video, but I decided to keep rolling because I want you to see authentically. I went to here YouTube and I put summer programs for Wash U. Oh, I think I did it twice by accident. Wash U University. See, you got to make sure you don't make mistakes. I'm glad I made that mistake. It's authentic. I want to show you here. It says here Washington University in St. Louis. So I don't want you to think that I didn't come up with this. Here is a webcast for Wash U summer programs. You see here also spend your summer at Wash U. Also look at the years. How many years ago this was? This was 8 years ago. Over here for a teen summer program. This is also sponsored. You see here 2 years ago, summer Wash U campus tour. And what else I want to show you here? This is very, very, very authentic. This year summer college program, June 9th, June 14th, 2024. That's a good starting point right there. And spending your summer international student experience. You may want to go abroad. So here, you notice that was 3 years ago. So these are little testimonials to help you in your search. So I did this. I did my little Canvas slide. And I want to go back. Oh, I wanted to go back here. Remember what I do over here is I kind of star things. And if I see if my finger can handle it. If I star it here, I can put it under my kind of toolbar. And well, it kind of escaped, but if you do it right here, you put it under your toolbar and you save it under your toolbar, you don't have to keep looking around for things, and you'll know how where your saved things are. This is something really important, I think, to save. I think you should really save this because as you guys are looking at colleges and exploring colleges, you might want to see how far things are. So I would keep this one. This would be distancecities.com. Okay, and then if you look here, I live more or less here, and this goes over here to St. Louis, Missouri. That's the state. So you may say, well, where is that? Well, now you see it here on the map of the United States. How far is it from my house? How far is it a drive? How much would it cost for gas? And it also gives you kind of things here in terms of how long it would take you on the road. Of course, it would be quicker if you take a flight. But, I think it's important. This way you get a real sense of how far it is. And so this way you can get, this is what's going on. This is how, what I need to do in terms of finding where I want to go. The distance, distance between cities. Okay, so as I go back to my email, you see here, right? You'll see that I mentioned the hyperlinks, I mentioned the dates, I mentioned all that kind of stuff, the dates and what have you, all those things. But now I'm gonna go right to this summer page, and I already had it pulled up, and it goes right here. Wash U summer program. You see here, what's kind of cool here with these summer programs is it gives you the glimpse of a college experience. It gives you definitely an overview of all the different places that we looked at before, the arts and sciences, the design, visual art, everything here that we mentioned before. And again, it gives you right here the summer programs. It gives you academics. You can also see in general what they're looking for, majors and programs, study abroad. So let me go up here. So you can see this is the actual school website. But it also gives you this particular thing about summer programs for high school. And in case you don't find what you're looking for, you can put it into the little search bar right here. Last thing I wanted to show you is this. This is what I wanted to show you. No. Here, summer launch. I knew there was something I wanted to show you. Notice some of these programs are non-credit. So that means that you will just be going for the experience and you won't be getting any college credit. That really depends on you if you're really interested in getting college credit or not. And if you click on that, there we go. Pre-college summer program. I kind of like this because I noticed that it is really for younger kids. You see here, let me go back, I'm sorry. If you go here, you see what it says summer launch? You see, if it says here rising, here's a little tidbit. Rising means that you're not there yet. So that means you're a freshman going into sophomore year. Rising junior means you're a sophomore going into junior year. That's what rising means. And the reason I liked it is that because at 14, 15, 16, you may not be ready. And that's fine for a full immersion, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 week program. This is only 1 week. And it gives you here the dates, what you're looking for. It might be a good way to start the school year. It's at the end of the summer. Eligibility, what they're looking for. Graduating when, 2026, 2027. You see also, this is the last thing I wanted to mention here, was this right here. 2024 has here how much it's going to cost you, the cost, right? And you see also it has need-based. If you look back on my archives, need-based means that you need the money. This is not necessarily merit-based, based on your grades. And it takes you right here that there are scholarships, discounts available, and you would click here, which I'm not going to do, in order to get scholarship money. So that is important, and that's something that I wanted to harp on as you kind of look and explore on what you're looking for and how to apply and things of that nature. So I think it's kind of cool. This is exactly what I wanted to do with a pre-college program here in WashU in St. Louis.